See the smile on my face? You see the smile on my face? This is how happy I would be if I received an invitation to the unveiling. I'm pretty excited. This is a package that I just received today. I was born in Seattle. I've been here all my life, and it's been a lot of fun watching Amazon kind of grow and kind of take the world by storm. And I would love nothing more than to go to this unveiling for three main reasons. One, I know the product is going to be awesome. I know it's going to be well thought out. I know it's going to be well designed, and most importantly, I know it's going to put me, the customer, first. And to be able to go to this event and be able to experience it firsthand and see what Jeff has to unleash to the world would be absolutely fantastic. Please consider me.
This is where I keep my electronics. Here's my Fire TV. On top you can just see the light. Under that the Blu-ray, under that the TiVo. Down there, the subwoofer amp, and oh, what's that? Kind of buried underneath the I Love Lucy DVD and forgotten? Yeah, that's the Apple TV. Yeah, we don't need that anymore because we've got Fire TV, and we like to load it up with stuff. Looney Tunes, Orphan Black, movies, shows, movies, shows, movies, movies, more cartoons, more movies, pretty much everything you can buy.
The reason why you need to pick me to go to the event is because I'm the most loyal Amazon customer you have. I have a Kindle Fire, I have a regular Kindle, I also have Prime, and I also have the Kindle Fire TV. And I know whatever it is that you're planning, it's going to be amazing. And I want to be there in person so I can brag to everyone I know that I was there day one and saw this thing in person. So please let me go.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We had 60,000 people apply for an invitation to come to this event. We have 300 of you here. Yes, thanks. We've got folks from the media. We have developers. And especially exciting for me, we have Amazon customers. Give yourself a big round. We have a lot of exciting news to share with you today, but let me set the stage a little bit. Let me give you a little context first. Let me show you a graph. We started Amazon Prime in 2005, and very quickly, we knew we were onto something. The memberships were growing very rapidly, and we quickly had millions of members. But then, something very extraordinary happened. This. In 2011, the slope of that graph changed a lot. You don't see this very often in business. And when you do, you're pretty excited. This is a good thing. But what the heck happened? Why did that happen? Well, we launched a few things at that time. One was Prime Instant Video, and we launched it with 5,000 videos, unlimited streaming. We launched the Kindle Owner's Lending Library, thousands of titles that you could borrow for free as frequently as once a month, no due dates. And we launched the Fire Tablet, great device to enjoy this content. And we very quickly had tens of millions of Prime members. So what's the real story underneath Prime? Well, it's patience, persistence, and attention to the smallest of details. We launched Prime Instant Video with 5,000 titles. Today it's more than 40,000, including some of the most sought-after exclusives. Prime includes fast shipping. We ship boxes to customers billions of times a year. And we have to do that accurately. That takes a lot of attention to detail. Kindle Owner's Library started with thousands of titles, and today it's more than 500,000. So we keep at it. And let me tell you, you can fill a bucket with an eyedropper if the bucket doesn't leak. And you can fill a bucket with a fire hose, but if the bucket leaks, it's still going to be empty tomorrow. Well, Prime isn't leaky. People use the service. They use it a lot. They love the service. And when it comes time to renew, they renew. That's how you get tens of millions of members. The right mental model for something like Prime is one customer. We're not trying to build a great service for tens of millions of customers. We're trying to build a great service for one customer. If you think about it that way, the consequence of building a great service for one customer is you can get millions. And these individual customers do love Prime. Amazon Prime brings so much joy to the world. Prime, what would I do without you? Seriously. I'm in a monogamous relationship with Amazon Prime. And my personal favorite, the only decent life choice I've ever made, is Amazon Prime. And Miss Bumptious, if you're out there somewhere, I bet that's not true. So what about hardware? Well, it's the same thing. You have to be patient, you have to work at it, and you have to obsess over the smallest of details. We've been in the device business now for 10 years. We launched our first Kindle 7 years ago, and we worked on it for 3 years before that. When we launched that first generation of Kindle, there was a lot of skepticism. We got comments like this: "The Kindle is here, though it may as well be kindling." It wasn't hard to find those comments. I'm extremely happy to report that over the last few years, the tone of those comments has started to change. We now get comments like this: "The Kindle Paperwhite is a reader's dream. I'm wildly impressed with the simplicity and beauty of this device." And today, we have tens of millions of Kindle owners. The Fire HDX is a lightweight, sharp-screened, super fast pleasure. I used to think the iPad was the king of tablets, but not anymore. It's time to whip the crown from Apple and give it to its rightful holder, Amazon's Kindle Fire HDX. And today, we have tens of millions of tablet owners as well. And we just launched Fire TV. Voice search is never not amazing. You almost dare it to mess up, trying the most complicated names you can think of. By the way, never not means always. After spending some time with the Fire TV, we feel obligated to apologize for our skepticism. Well, we've been working at hardware for many years, and it's incredibly encouraging to us to see the tone of these comments. And reputation is a trailing indicator of excellence. And in my view, that's how it should be. So let me ask this question. What's the most important thing Amazon has done in the last 20 years? Is it developing this reputation for hardware skill? Is it building this big base of engaged Prime members? I think it's something more foundational than that. I think the most important thing that we've done over the last 20 years is earn trust with customers. We've worked hard to do that. Now, how do you earn trust? Well, I can tell you how you don't do it. You don't ask for it. That never works. I think there is a simple recipe for earning trust. It's hard to execute, hard to do, but it's simple to describe. Here's how you earn trust. Step one, do hard things well. Step 2, repeat. Can't do this tens of times. You can't do this hundreds of times. You have to do this thousands and thousands of times, over and over and over. But if you do that, and you stick with it, customers notice. Here's the ACSI, the Customer Satisfaction Index. They pull tens of thousands of customers every year. Amazon is #1, 4 years running. 4C does the same thing, but with retail. Amazon is #1, 9 years running. The YouGov Brand Index, Amazon is #1, and you'll see down there, #10 is Kindle. It's not easy to get 2 brands on this list. Watch out, Cheerios. And the Harris Poll for corporate reputation. In 2010, we were #9. 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2014. Customers do notice. And one of the hard things that customers have come to expect from Amazon is that we invent. Each of you has received a copy of this book. It's Mr. Pine's Purple House. The hero of the story is Mr. Pine. He wants to do things a little bit differently. My mother dutifully read this book to me at my request hundreds of times as a child. She's here in the audience today. Thank you, Mom. So we at Amazon like to do things a little bit differently as well. Over the last couple of years, last 2 years maybe, probably the most frequent question that I have been asked is Amazon going to build a phone? I get this question every time I meet with anybody from the media. Sometimes the question gets asked, so when is the phone coming out? I know why people are asking this question, is Amazon going to build a phone? What they're looking at is that we have developed hardware expertise. We have hundreds of millions of engaged customers, and have this huge Prime ecosystem. It makes sense to me that with looking at these skills and assets that would be a natural question. But inside Amazon, we ask a different question. We ask, how would it be different? How would the phone be different? Can we build a better phone for our most engaged customers? Can we build a better phone for Amazon Prime members? Well, I'm excited to tell you that the answer is yes.